Anthony Parkin, who'd had a good couple of bits of play there in the last 5 or 10 minutes with some courageous work, as Mike had mentioned, but just overcommitted himself there, and he did telegraph it, and it was a late tackle, and the correct decision was made.
And they've swept out to a 28-point lead here, and that's a decisive lead at the almost the 19-minute mark of this grand final.
Yes, you would think they couldn't possibly get back from here. And
we'd certainly have to go against the trend of play. Umpire Hinton bounces the ball, another good bounce. But Brian, full of energy now, knocks it forward and knocks it right out of the square. It comes into the open. Griffiths about to pick up the ball, can't do so. Again, Parkin just a little bit crude in his enthusiasm and manages to take Griffiths too high. So Griffiths taking lots of time, walking back with a kick that he'll deliver long into his forward line, given this marking strength and height. Tony Witts has had one of his characteristic big dashes down the ground that he's marked his career with, but he's not used, so he turns and starts running back to the full-back position. He wastes a lot of energy that way, Witsy. And a very, very well-weighted kick by Griffiths, showing some of his league experience there, found McMullen on the lead, which could not possibly have been stopped by Keneally.
Be a chance from here too.
Yeah, McMullen from outside the 45. But off to the right-hand side, and only a point by McMullen. McMullen's kicked 4 for the day, Dos.
Yes, he's been a pretty good player. Had a very a reasonably quiet second half, just coming into it now, but certainly did some damage early in the game when the game was up for grabs in that first quarter and second quarter. As the kick in there by Hinchin goes out wide, doesn't look like anyone's touched it, or have they? Someone's got their hands on the ball, and there will be a throw-in 50 metres out from goal. So 20 minutes gone. And it looks like Old Melburnians are going to take out the A-Section Premiership for 1994 as they lead 12-17-89, 29 points up on Collegians, 7-18-60 on the Vic Dental Health Services scoreboard.
Certainly, Darryl. Well, that certainly is a bit of a surprise because Box Hill seem to have that under control. But there you go, the experience of Sandringham and another premiership for the Zebras. We're back into play down here. It's a kick in by Keneally from the back pocket for Collegians. Looking for Danzy. It's punched forward by Teal. It's roved very well by Griffiths. He evades 2 or 3 attempts to tackle and chips it a rather hospital kick. Jeremy Nichols gets on the end of it, has a shot for goal, and I think he almost has kicked it. It doesn't really matter because Micah Berry has marked almost on the line. Could not afford to let that bounce because it was heading towards the post. So it was a correct decision by Micah to mark that right on the goal line, and he will walk in and kick this through for a goal, and that will take them to 13 goals, and they could not lose it from there. Micah Berry's been a reasonably consistent player throughout the day. It was well roved then by Jeremy Nichols, the captain, and he put the ball exactly to the spot where coaches instruct their players to kick the ball forward to. Micah, being the character that he is, has just tried to kick that to the junction oval from the goal square, and of course that's going to be another football they'll probably need. But certainly he's kicked a goal for the Old Melburnians side, who now lead at the 22-minute mark. 13 goals, 17.95 to 7.18.60, and you're listening to this broadcast on Southern FM 88.3.
Still here at Elsternwick Park?
We are still here at Elsternwick Park, but, so umpire Gersh is going to bounce the ball, and we've had the 4th ball brought on as a result of that kick by Micah Berry.
Yeah, it's celebration time for Old Melburnians now. They're into party mode now as Webb gets it over to Usanov. Usanov from 45 metres, goes for it again, and they're on a high now. It's all over here at Elsternwick Park. Old Melburnians now running away with it in the last quarter, and they're now starting to enjoy these last 7 or 8 minutes. And the players are coming from everywhere to congratulate Zani Usanov, who kicks a goal from 45 metres. And Old Melburnians now 14-17-101, running away from Collegians, 7-18-60, and we've played just over 23 minutes in this last quarter, and that's on the Vic Dental Health Services scoreboard as the ball is back in the centre with umpire Wayne Hinton. Puts the ball to turf. Big leap from Pollock there, who's still going. Here he comes again, Usanov tries to get through. Trying to kick the ball through there was Chad Sousa. Plenty of players on the ball there, and umpire Gersh decides to have a bounce.
And umpire Gersh has regained his composure very quickly because he was knocked over as they ran down the ground for that goal by Old Melburnians, a pack of players, and he did a forward somersault, got to his feet very quickly and called the all clear. That would have brought a smile to the umpire advisors and the director of umpiring, Brian Bullis.
So the ball, handball out there by Cam Thompson, goes out wide, kicked off the ground there by Walker. Comes through again, picks it up cleverly on the one hand. Now he decides to kick on the right foot up towards half forward. Bennett and Brommel doing battle. The fist came from behind from Brommel and forced it over 50 metres, or over the line I should say, 50 metres from the Old Melburnians goal.
I wonder whether we're starting to see the end of a Collegians era with a lot of those players out there probably approaching the end of their career, Mike.
Yes, it could be, Jeff, it could be. They were anxious to go for 3 in a row. It doesn't look like today's the day, and Old Melburnians have won a free kick of ruck infringement, and it will go to Scott Teal, I think. And at the 24.5-minute mark, really Old Melburnians have got the ascendancy back, and that's kicked forward. It wasn't Scott Teal, I'm sorry, it was Brommel.
Yeah.
Brommel, and there's a pack in front of the goals. Danzy clears the ball, brings it up to the centre of the ground. Sousa coming forward, backed his judgment, covered very well by Christian Davidson, kicks it up looking for Shover, shows some strength, carries the ball in, handballs it out to Phillips. Phillips' handball went nowhere. Paul O'Brien is legged, and Paul O'Brien will take the ball. And remember, you're listening to this broadcast on Southern FM 88.3.
Played well. Sousa.
It's not bad, is it?
And back here at Elstonwick Park, Galbraith has kicked the ball forward, but it's tumbling over the boundary line right in front of the OM's coach's box. As time ticks down, 26 minutes and 20 seconds, 101 points to 60 points. Old Melburnians have their hands very firmly placed on the LA Adamson Cup, Doss.
They certainly do have, and it's been a pretty good effort by the Old Melburnians all day. Just a lapse in the third quarter where Collegians got themselves back into the game. Here's Phillips trying to come through. Plenty of players now. O'Brien, who's done well at half-back, being steady. Big leap there from Berry. Galbraith now gets a kick that's smothered. Theodore's in there trying to go through. A big pack of players go down there, 3 or 4 of them, and umpire Gersh comes in for a bounce. 27 minutes gone, and the Old Melburnian supporters and their bench getting ready to celebrate this premiership that they've waited a long time for in A section.
39 years, in fact, Doss.
And they'll
1955 was their last premiership, so they'll celebrate long and hard into next week.
I'm sure they will, as Stuart Griffiths takes a free kick at half-back. And he kicks up towards half-forward. Looking up here for Brommel. Comes over the back. Here's Teal now. Teal gets a handball in. Here's Kerr, who'll be on his left foot. His preferred left foot.
Webb.
Webb, I should say, has a flying shot on the left foot. And it is one behind. So Old Melburnians now move on to 14 goals.